Roguelike Indiana Jones is a good way to describe this game, but there's more to it. Phantom Abyss is an indie game by Team WIBY, published by Devolver Digital, and it is an asynchronous multiplayer temple runner. No direct co-op, but previous explorers' ghosts can show you where and where not to go, as well as activate traps and open chests for you. As you go through these temples, you'll collect coins, keys, and if you can successfully navigate the temple until the end, you get a relic. There are 3 tiers of temples to go through, one after the other. Only one person can beat each temple. After that, a new one is generated in its place. With 3 starting hearts, you need to use the environment and your trusty whip to survive. With the coins you collect, you can open shortcuts or get blessings from shrines which have varying available power-ups, with increasing prices per shrine you receive a blessing from. There's always 2 power-ups and consist of healing a certain amount of hearts, giving you a longer whip range, a shorter whip cooldown, and different luck-based passive abilities like a chance to ignore damage or heal instead of taking damage, among others. Here are some tips to help you survive in these treacherous temples. Tip number 1. Know what traps there are. There are many different types of traps, and you need to know how they work and what you should do when you encounter them. There's the obvious spikes and pitfalls, but there's also fall-away floors, swinging hammers, log runs, and spinning swords, among others later on. When the trap starts glowing, that means it's going to activate. The glow will fade, and the color of the object fades to show you the cooldown for the trap itself. Most traps are proximity-based, and some cycle, so you have to be careful where you're going. Always keep an eye on height-based traps too, like the spinning swords. Sometimes you have to crouch under, and sometimes you have to jump. Sometimes they have both, so you have to either avoid it or step around it like a rotating door. Play and practice and learn how to handle each of the different traps. Tip 2. Avoid Relic Guardians. There are a few types of different Relic Guardians that will show up while you play. They are trying to stop you, and they will teleport around using their attack to do it. The main one I've seen is the gas bomb, followed by the laser beam. They attack different from each other, but you only deal with one in each temple, but it gets more powerful as you get further down. I find it best to avoid them as much as possible, but they will teleport to you while they are active. They start off just as another obstacle, but when you get a few floors down, they turn into run killers. Before we continue, if you guys are liking this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment what you want to see on this channel. I will definitely be paying attention to what people actually want. That is definitely one of the main things that I want to do, is make sure that you guys want to see what I'm putting out. And I stress about that a lot. And back to the video. Tip number 3, your whip. Your whip can be used to fling yourself toward a target. When you right click, you will see some green particles if it is a viable fling target. Left clicking while it is green will make you shoot a little bit above your target, but there is a distance limit. Also, after you use your whip, you will notice it stay unraveled. The whip cooldown only starts after you land, so you can't whip more than once in a jump. The whip is unusable during this cooldown at all, and the green particles will disappear while on cooldown. With the keys you find in the temples, you can buy more whip types. With all sorts of different effects, they almost all have a buff and a debuff, except the default whip. If you die in a temple with a non-default whip type, it will become unusable until someone else gets the relic from the temple you died in. You can also pay keys to reclaim them immediately. Never forget what your effects are. They can cause a run to end or save it. Tip number 4. Don't rush. There's no direct time limit for you to run the temple. All you have to do is survive and successfully navigate it. The only thing really pushing you anywhere is the Relic Guardian, but that's a specific circumstance. In general, it's better to go slow, but not too slow. You want to know what's ahead and have a plan in place if needed. You wouldn't want to jump into a hole or jump right onto spikes, would you? Take some time and look around. There's chests to find coins and keys, and the more blessings you can get, the better. Tip number 5. Practice falling. There's fall damage in this game, but can be negated by rolling. There doesn't seem to be a maximum drop limit for the roll, so it can get you through multiple staircase rooms pretty fast. Essential for speedrunning as well, you can roll by pressing crouch just before you hit the ground. There's an icon that shows in the bottom center of the screen when you roll, showing how good your timing was. The more filled the icon is, the better. Fall damage can inflict a half heart of damage, which so far is the only way I've taken half a heart of damage. You roll in the direction your character is going, not where you are facing, so make sure you don't jump too close to a ledge. You'll end up rolling right off. Hopefully, these helped you get more relics in Phantom Abyss. If I knew these before I started, the beginning of my temple running career would have been way easier. If these do help, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.